We all know that spiritual growth can feel like trying to do crunches with a toddler sitting on your chest. Loud, chaotic, and, oddly painful. But if you want to flex your faith muscles, ditch the spiritual dad bod, and find your inner God bod, this episode will slap the spiritual snooze button right off your soul, baby. What's up, warrior? I'm Zook, and I help Christian dads find their purpose, sharpen their skills, and build the life they've always dreamed of through podcasting. Now, without further ado, let me jump on into this. So part one, the illusion of the instant fix, aka six-pack abs in 6 days. So this could have been you. It's definitely been me. Could be somebody else you know. But everyone wants instant results. Six-pack abs, six-figure incomes, maybe even 6 hours of uninterrupted sleep. Good luck if you have ADHD kids. I was one of those. Truth bomb. God doesn't microwave your character. He slow cooks it. Progress is like push-ups. You don't see it after one. But stop doing them and, well, you'll notice, my big belly buddy. Focus on the process, not the Pinterest perfect end goal. And honestly, that's kind of a spot where a lot of us tend to rest. We'll tend to think that we did all the work that we needed to get to where we need to be. And yes, that might be true in some cases, but not always. I mean, there's always something more we can perfect and get better at, and someone we can serve, and serve well. And whenever we tend to focus on something outside of the process that might be a distraction, that, believe it or not, can kind of lead to some bad habits. If you do that long enough, you will literally start to implement a new kind of routine and thought pattern in your life. So that's why it is so crucial, and I'm going to share some tips, I think around tip 4, part 4, I'm going to share more with you. But that's why it's so crucial that you develop a routine that works, and you stick to that freaking routine. So bro, take a note of this, and seriously, write this down. I mean, you can phrase it differently if you need to, but you don't get a spiritual six-pack by flexing in the mirror. You get it by showing up when no one else is watching. Bro, you got to put in the reps. And a lot of us want things to land in our laps. This was me for a very, very long motherfucking time. And I would get so frustrated and discouraged, and I would have all these horrible, intrusive thoughts and toxic thinking leading me to developing poor habits and being around other people who I didn't want to be like because they were the complainers. But I felt like the complainers were the only ones who would listen to me. But those kind of guys I just call mouth breathers. They don't really get much done. They go in circles for years and they're frustrated why they're not where they want to be in life. And that's because all they do is they give confirmation and affirmation to negative things. They only notice these negative patterns and these negative circumstances that they might be in. And I did that for quite a while. I mean, forever ago, it feels like now. But I've learned that God shows you a lot through these moments. What might seem like a coincidence or just a random scenario that just sucks, like you getting a bill out of nowhere and you don't have the funds to pay for it. You're like, dang, where the heck did this come from? Oh, because it's something I signed up for a long time ago and I didn't read the fine print, seeing that they're going to charge me bi-weekly or something. And we have those moments. So just realize what you can learn, because I've learned since then to read pretty much whatever I sign up for. If I pay for it, then I'm going to read the fine print. And it could be something like that for you, or it could be something completely different. All right, bro. And now that's going to lead us into part 2, which is you got to fail, flop, and then face plan. And this is important. Get back up. You still got to get up. So failure isn't a sign you're weak. It's a sign you're doing something worth failing at. Too many men are so afraid of failing, they never even start. Jesus gives us a parable. It's a story with heavenly meaning. And it's about these men who were given these talents. And bro, I'm going to be upfront transparent with you. This may hurt a little bit, but step back and think about this. Which man in this story relates mostly to you? Because this really rocked me when I thought about it the other day. I know we all have our own life circumstances and crap we might be going through, but God gave you moments to love Him and love others. The talents He has given you can literally pull you out of the bad or toxic situations that you're in, whether that be financially, bad thinking, poor relationship choices, baby mama drama. Bro, I'm glad I've never had to deal with that, but I know a lot of men have and still are. The list is seriously endless. So your spiritual journey will also have more reroutes than your GPS in a tunnel. But remember, those setbacks, think of them as holy burpees. They're awful, but they're essential. Every belly flop is building buoyancy. You just need to keep on diving, man. All right, now this is going to lead us into part 3. So stop lifting what doesn't matter. Chasing status, likes, approval of Chad from church who always posts devs in Greek. That crap's pointless. It's time to Marie Kondo your life. If it doesn't spark spiritual joy or get you closer to your, quote, dadbod, bro, drop it. It's literally sucking away your potential and your time. 2 of the biggest things God has given us. You need to ask yourself, does this align with my God-given purpose? Or is it just noise dressed up in productivity? As a side note, I have battled with ADHD for, well, my whole life. And it has been a difficult journey. And over the years, I have come across a lot of techniques that I have developed myself that can help not just me, but you hyper-focus on what you need to get done. These are techniques that have taken me, once again, years, man, through a lot of pain, sweat, and blood. Yeah, well, honestly, the blood was probably from a couple broken nails, but nothing too crazy. And remember, you can't run your race when carrying everyone else's dumbbells. And now that's going to lead us into part 4, which is progress you can't post. But you should still celebrate that crap anyway, man. Real growth isn't sexy. I mean, it's often invisible. Like when you don't lose it in traffic or pray instead of doom scrolling. I know that we want to do all this stuff, but is it growing you or is it turning you into melted ice cream? Sorry, that was a metaphor I just came up with, and I'm like, yeah, that'll work. Think of it like this. I mean, yeah, we have our realm that we're in, and then there's the spiritual realm. Right now, you have angels that are freaking cheering for you. They are chanting your name, man. They believe in you, and God is just looking at you and smiling. And this is for each and every one of us because we are His children. We are created in His image, and He has given us these gifts to share with the world. And with that, He wants us to live a life of freedom and abundance. And the abundance is not just financially, because that will just naturally happen as a side effect as you step into your purpose. He wants to fund that. Money is something that was created by man. So He knows ways to get you what you need to get to glorify Him and to bring the kingdom influence more into this world by implementing your gifts and your skills into it and helping freaking fix up this broken system that we live in. But also something else to think about is, remember, with spiritual warfare, there are demons that are literally trying to fight these angels that are cheering you on. Because not only do you have the angels that are cheering for you, you have others that are just fighting these demons that are trying to make their ways to your ears to whisper these bad thoughts, aka intrusive thoughts. And you need to keep trusting the process even when the scale or the spirit seems stuck or silent. The grind is sacred, especially when it looks boring. The boring is, well, from what I've noticed in my life, has been the most creative moments for me. And there's even a writer, Neil Gaiman. Whenever he writes a book, he'll actually go away for a while to the point where there's nothing for him to do. So he gets so bored. The only way forward for him is to write. So sometimes we have to be pretty extreme in what we do, depending on what it is and depending on what the extreme thing it is we do. That's something to think about. But don't look at boredom as something that's going to suck away all the fun. It's literally part of the process. You just need to flip your script and your perspective. You might need to do something. I mean, if you've been focusing on doing something for quite a while, let's maybe writing a script, a Word doc, doing research, reaching out to clients, sending emails, writing emails, then you need to take a break from that. I mean, for me, I think my limit is around 55 minutes. It's around 45 to 55 minutes sometimes. And you need to create, have that time being like your focus time. And then take a little break. You can even go run, maybe do Pilates, jumping jacks, rob a bank. Kidding. What a rush that would be, though. But once again, that'll all be part of the routine that you build for yourself. And this is really good. Faith is like beard growth. It happens slowly. And you only notice when it is full and majestic. I don't know if you guys have done this. I know, random. But I don't know if you guys have done this, but I definitely have, where I don't know, if there's a bro and he has like a really nice beard, I'm like, dude, your freaking beard is sexy. And okay, I don't really say it like that. I'm like, dude, you have a freaking good-looking beard, or you have a handsome beard. And I mean, it'll make them smile regardless. I mean, I guess depending on the guy you say it to, but here in the South, maybe that's a common thing, because I've never really been made fun of or given weird stares to, but I'm like, dude, your beard is amazing. You know what? Maybe that could be a challenge for you today, other than what I'm going to give you later on this. You just go out there and just compliment a bro's beard. All right, and now it is time for the final piece of the puzzle, which is part 5. Embrace the burn, aka the holy sweat sessions, baby. Comfort is a liar. Growth lives where your excuses go to die. And earlier this week when I was volunteering at church, that last part made me think of, how do you kill sin? You starve it. So that way it'll go to a place to die. I mean, I don't know. Whenever the woman was up there talking, I'm like, wow. For me, I thought that was really awesome the way she phrased that. So we see live your dream life, manifest, success hacks, etc. all over social media. Or, well, I guess maybe it's just me. I don't know. But you will tend to see things that you think you need, wanting to sell you a cozy lifestyle. I mean, this could totally happen. But the truth is that you're just given the destination, not the whole process it takes to achieve it. Because that takes a lot of hard work and time. Some of these things help you with the journey, but they will not keep you there long term. And let me explain this. So here's what I was referenced earlier about routine. So first and foremost, you need Jesus. You need your God time daily. You need your prayer life. And second, you need your purpose. What are you called to do? And then you need to hone in on those skills, and you need to get good at them. And then you can apply this to your purpose. And then that'll lead to 4, develop a killer routine. And 5, you need a mentor to hold you accountable and to seek insight from along the way. And here's a bonus one. You need a community. You need other brothers like physically cheering you on. And also you need focus sessions where we're not physically together, but we're virtually together. And this can help you, especially if you have ADHD like me, take it seriously. And it's weird how this works, but I have done it and it definitely works. And I think if also you would be interested in this, we can have weekly, I'm just going to say like a jam session where we just celebrate our wins. And that'll be what the call is about. We literally celebrate our achievements, our milestones, big or small. Those add up. So that's something else we can do. Remember, bro, God doesn't call you to easy. He calls you to purpose. The discomfort, that's where your character is being bench pressed. Every moment you don't quit is another rep in the spiritual gym. You don't need a gym membership to grow spiritually ripped. You just need consistency, purpose, and the guts to do the hard things when no one is clapping. Because trust me, bro, it's going to feel like that for a little while. But I promise you, that is the hardest part. The hardest part is getting started. But once you have people in your corner who know your potential and what you can do, and I'm not talking about the angels and God because they already know. I mean, I know God knows way more than the angels, but I think you get what I mean, what I'm trying to throw out there to you. So, bro, what I want you to do is this week, pick one uncomfortable spiritual rep, whether that's prayer, fasting, apologizing to somebody, tithing with actual money, and do it daily. Unless it's tithing, you just do that monthly. No fanfare. This will be just faith. Because God isn't after your abs, He is after your heart. But hey, it doesn't hurt if you look good doing burpees for the kingdom. But all right, warrior. Now go out there and make today a great day because God made this day for you.